If you're watching this video right now, it's not a coincidence. The universe has a message for you. Someone is about to enter your life and bring a profound transformation. But here's the catch. If you're not paying attention to the signs, you might let this person slip away without even realizing it. Think about it. How many times have you felt destined for a deep, meaningful love, only to face disappointment after disappointment? Like every relationship was just another cycle repeating itself. This happens because before you meet the right person, the universe prepares you. It sends signals, tests you, and rearranges everything in your life so that you're truly ready for this soul connection. But here's something crucial. If you ignore these signs, you could lose your soulmate without even knowing it. Fate may bring this person into your path, but if you're not aligned, the opportunity can pass right by you. That's why you need to pay close attention. Today, I'm going to reveal 10 clear signs that your true love is on the way. And number 3, it's the most powerful one because most people misinterpret it and unknowingly sabotage their own destiny. This sign has the potential to change everything, yet many fail to recognize its true meaning and end up resisting it. But before we dive in, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If the universe led you here, this message is meant for you. Don't risk missing out on more important signs. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a key insight that could guide you toward the life you truly deserve. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn could completely transform your journey in love. Now, let's jump into the first sign. And if this is already happening to you, it's a strong indication that your soulmate is closer than you think. 1. A powerful shift you can't ignore. Have you ever had that strange feeling like something big is about to unfold in your life? You can't explain it fully, but deep inside, you know something is shifting. It's like the universe is getting you ready for an important moment. If you've been feeling this way lately, it's a powerful sign that your soulmate is coming closer. Let me give you a picture. Imagine walking down an unfamiliar path with no map and no clear destination. Everything seems normal until suddenly the wind changes, the air feels different, and you get a rush of excitement. You keep moving, and even though there's nothing visible ahead, something inside you knows you're getting closer to a life-changing moment. That happens because the universe is always working behind the scenes, setting up encounters, creating synchronicities, and aligning everything so you're in the right place at the right time. Before that moment arrives, you feel it. Your body senses it. Your soul knows it. Maybe you've been daydreaming more often, feeling hopeful or even restless for no clear reason. It's like your energy is shifting, preparing for something new. This happens because real love has a unique frequency, and when your soulmate is near, that energy starts connecting with yours. But here's the thing, this feeling can be subtle. A lot of people ignore it, thinking it's just random nervousness or a passing thought. But it's not. It's your soul whispering, "Get ready because something amazing is about to happen." Now tell me, have you ever had this feeling? That strong intuition, that sudden rush of excitement? Let me know in the comments. I read them all, and I'd love to hear if this has happened to you. And if this sign is already showing up in your life, the next one will surprise you even more. The universe doesn't just make you feel something, it also starts showing you. And sometimes the signs appear in your dreams. 2. Mysterious dreams that mean more than you think. The universe has many ways to communicate with us, and one of the most powerful is through dreams. If you've been dreaming about someone you've never seen before, a face that feels unfamiliar, yet strangely familiar at the same time, this could be a strong sign that your soulmate is getting closer. Dreams work like portals. When we sleep, our minds disconnect from the physical world and tune into subtle energies we can't fully perceive when we're awake. And this is where something incredible can happen. Your soul might be trying to show you who's about to enter your life. Sometimes the face in your dream might be blurry. Other times, you feel the presence of someone, but when you wake up, you can't remember the details. In some cases, the connection is so strong that you wake up with an unshakable feeling, like you've just met someone truly special. And the truth is, in a way, you have. That's because soulmates share a connection even before meeting in the physical world, one that goes beyond time and space. That's why so many people report sensing their soulmate's presence in dreams before they ever cross paths in real life. It's as if the universe is preparing the energy for this destined encounter. But there's something important to know. These dreams aren't just like any other dream. They leave a different kind of impact. When you wake up, you feel it wasn't just random imagination. It feels real, as if that person truly exists and is trying to reach out to you. And there's more. If these dreams are happening often and you feel a strong energy when you remember them, it could mean that this meeting is getting closer. The universe is aligning everything, and your soul is already picking up on this connection. Now, if this has been happening to you, the next sign is even more powerful, because it's not just about sensing change or dreaming of someone special. Sometimes, the universe needs to clear space in your life by removing certain people to make room for the ones who truly matter. When that happens, most people don't understand why. 3. When people disappear for no reason. Have you ever experienced a moment when, out of nowhere, certain people start to drift away? A friendship that once felt strong suddenly fades. A relationship that seemed stable unexpectedly ends. Or even family members and colleagues who were always around begin to distance themselves. At first, this might seem like a bad thing, but in reality, it's a powerful sign that your soulmate is getting closer. Now picture this. You're carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Some of them have been with you for a long time, but now they've become too heavy to bear. You try to keep moving forward, but something keeps holding you back. The truth is, if you don't let go of that extra weight, you won't be able to reach your next destination. The universe works the same way. Before it brings you together with the person who is truly meant for you, it has to clear the path. Some people simply can't go with you to the next level of your journey. Sometimes they carry energies that no longer align with yours, and if you hold on to them, you might end up blocking something much greater from entering your life. And this is where most people misunderstand the process. This kind of sign has the power to change everything, yet many fail to see its true purpose. Instead of trusting the process, they try to hold on to the very people the universe is trying to remove. The more they resist, the longer it takes to meet the one who is truly meant to be by their side. So when people start leaving your life unexpectedly, don't see it as a punishment or a problem. See it as a blessing. The universe knows exactly what it's doing. It's removing what no longer serves you to make space for something far greater. What may seem like a painful loss today could actually be the greatest freedom you'll ever experience. You might not see it now, but looking back, you'll realize that some goodbyes were exactly what you needed to move in the right direction. But here's something important to remember. This process can be painful. Many times we hold on to certain people out of habit, shared history, or fear of being alone. But what feels like a loss today might actually be preparing you for the most important encounter of your life. Your soulmate is on the way, and the universe is making sure you're truly ready to receive them. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever noticed people unexpectedly leaving your life? Have you ever felt like the universe was removing someone from your path, even when you didn't understand why? I'd love to hear your experience, because this could be happening to more people than you realize. And if this sign has already appeared in your life, the next one will leave you even more intrigued. When your soulmate is about to arrive, something incredible happens inside you. Out of nowhere, a deep and unshakable peace fills your heart, as if everything is falling into place effortlessly. 4. A deep peace that comes out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, without any clear reason, you start feeling at peace. It's not because something extraordinary happened, or because all your problems have been solved. It's a different kind of peace, a deep sense that no matter what's going on around you, everything is exactly as it should be. This type of peace doesn't appear by chance. When your soulmate is getting closer, Your energy begins to align to receive this connection. Without realizing it, you stop chasing love desperately because something inside you already knows it's on its way. Your anxiety fades, the fear of loneliness weakens, and you no longer feel the need to run after something that is naturally coming toward you. This happens because the universe is preparing you for this encounter. Many times before the right person arrives, we go through intense emotional challenges. It might be heartbreak, repeated cycles, or just that lost feeling where nothing seems to make sense. But once this learning process is complete, your energy realigns, and with that, peace sets in. This peace also brings a shift in your perspective on love. You start seeing relationships in a more mature way. You realize you don't need to force connections, and you understand that true love isn't about dependency, but about harmony. The urgency fades. The fear of the future loses its grip. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone, because now you trust that what is meant for you will come at the right time. This internal transformation is essential for your soulmate to appear. If you were still stuck in the energy of desperation, constant searching, or insecurity, you might not be ready to recognize this connection when it arrives. That's why, before bringing your soulmate into your life, the universe makes sure you're balanced and in a state where you can fully embrace and experience this love. But here's something important. This peace doesn't mean you've stopped wanting a relationship or that you've given up on love. It's quite the opposite. The desire to share your life with someone still exists, but now it comes from a deeper, more conscious place. You no longer feel like you need another person to complete you because you've already found that sense of wholeness within yourself. And that is exactly what allows your soulmate to find you. If you've been feeling this calmness, this trust in the natural flow of life, know that it's not a sign of stagnation, but of preparation. Your energy is shifting, and this state of balance is one of the clearest signs that the universe is already bringing the right person to you. And when this happens, something even more fascinating starts unfolding around you. Small signs, repeating messages, and unexpected coincidences begin to appear everywhere, as if the universe is trying to show you that the moment is near. And if you pay attention, you'll realize that none of it is random. 5. Strange repeating signs you shouldn't ignore. The universe is always speaking to you, but are you really listening? Many times, the signs are right in front of you, just waiting for you to notice. Have you ever felt like certain numbers, words, or coincidences keep showing up so often that they feel like more than just chance? Picture this. You wake up, check your phone, and see 1111 on the screen. On your way to work, the car in front of you has a license plate with 777. Later in the day, a friend sends you a message and you notice it was delivered exactly at 22:22. At first, you ignore it, but then you realize it keeps happening over and over. Could this really be just a coincidence? These number patterns are called synchronicities, and they are one of the most direct ways the universe sends messages to you. But numbers are just one example. You might hear the same song in different places, see a person's name multiple times, or notice certain phrases showing up exactly when you need guidance. And there's more. Besides numbers and words, the universe can also use visual symbols. You might find feathers in unexpected places, see butterflies at key moments, or feel a deep connection with certain animals. All of these are subtle messages, signs that something important is aligning in your life. Now you might be wondering, what does this have to do with your soulmate? The answer is simple. When you start seeing these signs more frequently, it means your energy is shifting, and the universe is trying to tell you that something significant is on the way. Many people say that before meeting someone special, they started noticing these patterns constantly. It was as if the universe was preparing their mind and heart for the encounter that was about to happen. And here's something crucial. These signs don't show up randomly, and ignoring them could be a mistake. The universe doesn't send messages without a reason. If you keep seeing these patterns, it means something is moving behind the scenes of your life. You need to stay open and pay attention so you can interpret them correctly and follow the path they are showing you. Speaking of signs, if you're watching this video right now, know that it's not by accident. The universe brought you here because this message needed to reach you. So take this moment to subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll find more answers about the mysteries of the universe, the signs it sends, and how to better understand your journey in love and life. Don't ignore this call. Subscribe now and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. And if these signs are already showing up for you, then the next step is inevitable. When your soulmate is about to arrive, the universe doesn't just send signals, it also starts reshaping your entire life. Unexpected events happen, new opportunities arise, and some doors close. But all of this has a much greater purpose than you can imagine. 6. Your life is changing in ways you didn't expect. When your soulmate is getting closer, your life starts shifting in ways you never expected. Things that once felt stable can suddenly change. Opportunities arise, people come and go, and plans that seemed certain may fall apart, only to make room for new paths that appear out of nowhere. This happens because the universe needs to set the stage for this connection to take place. If you stayed in the same place, doing the same things, and surrounded by the same people, you might never cross paths with the person meant to be in your life. That's why the universe starts moving the pieces, creating situations that push you toward where you truly need to be. You might notice that a relationship that once felt solid suddenly ends, or that a friendship that used to be strong starts to fade away. Maybe a job you thought was secure no longer makes sense, or an unexpected change appears, like a new city, a different environment, or even a fresh phase in your life. At first, all of this can feel confusing, but in reality, it's the universe clearing out what no longer aligns with what's coming next. Another important thing to remember is that these changes don't always feel easy. When they happen, they can bring uncertainty and even a bit of fear. But as time passes, you begin to see that every shift had a purpose, that every door that closed made space for something much greater. Many times, it's only when you look back that you understand why everything had to happen the way it did, and there's more. When your soulmate is about to enter your life, you might start feeling an intense urge to try new things. Maybe you suddenly want to change your routine, explore different experiences, or step into a new environment. This feeling isn't random. It's the universe guiding you toward the paths that will lead you to the right person. If these changes are happening in your life right now, trust that they are part of the process. Your soulmate might be closer than you think, and everything shifting in your life today has a much bigger purpose. And often, these changes don't happen alone. Once the universe reorganizes your life, something even more interesting starts happening. Suddenly, you feel drawn to different places, new people come into your life, and you begin craving a shift in your routine. This feeling has a deeper meaning than it seems. 7. A sudden pull toward new people and places. Have you ever felt a sudden urge to visit a place you've never been to before? Or noticed that new people are unexpectedly entering your life? It's as if something is pulling you out of your routine for no obvious reason. This isn't random. When your soulmate is getting closer, the universe starts guiding you toward the right places for this encounter to happen. It's like an invisible force is leading you exactly where you need to be. Imagine this. Out of nowhere, you feel like grabbing coffee at a cafe you've never paid attention to before. You walk in, pick a random table, and without realizing it, you sit near someone who feels oddly familiar, even though you've never met. Or maybe a friend invites you to an event you would usually decline, but for some reason, this time you say yes. And there, you lock eyes with someone who sparks something deep inside you. These moments may seem small, but they are part of something much bigger. The universe works in subtle ways, creating coincidences that aren't coincidences at all. Your energy starts shifting, pulling you toward the places and people that align with your destiny. You might feel this as an unexplained desire to explore, step outside your routine and meet new people. And there's more. Sometimes this shift happens from the inside out. You may begin to feel uncomfortable in places that once felt familiar. Certain friendships might start feeling out of sync, or conversations that used to interest you no longer hold the same appeal. That's because your vibration is changing, and you're being drawn toward environments and people that align with this new phase of your life. If you've been feeling this pull toward new places and experiences, pay attention. The universe might be setting up the perfect conditions for your soulmate to appear. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever experienced something like this? Have you felt a strong urge to go somewhere unexpected or met someone in a way that felt like fate? I'd love to hear your story. And if this is already happening in your life, then the next sign might be the strongest of all. When you finally meet this person, something happens that words can't explain. It's an instant recognition, a connection so intense that it feels like you've known each other forever. 8. An instant bond that feels meant to be. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like they weren't a stranger? As if you had met them somewhere before, even though it was your first time seeing them. That feeling isn't just in your imagination. It's one of the strongest signs that you've found your soulmate. Picture this. You're in a random place, a cafe, a bookstore, or even standing in line at the grocery store. You're lost in your thoughts when suddenly your eyes meet someone else's. In that instant, something shifts. It's not just a simple glance or a passing moment. It's recognition. A surge of energy runs through you. Your heart races, your hands feel clammy, and for a brief second, time seems to pause. Then you start talking, and the conversation flows effortlessly. There's no awkwardness, no need to impress, no hesitation. Everything feels natural and familiar, like reconnecting with someone you've known forever. And even after the conversation ends, this person stays on your mind. You can't shake the feeling that something bigger is at play. This happens because soulmates share a deep connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Before meeting in the physical world, their energies are already linked, which is why the recognition is instant when they finally cross paths. This is why some connections feel so powerful right from the very first moment. But here's something important to remember. This connection might happen in an unexpected way. It might not be love at first sight or an obvious romantic encounter. It could be a chance meeting with someone who instantly feels like home. That sense of belonging, that feeling of familiarity, is impossible to ignore. And when this happens, you don't have to force anything. The universe has already set everything up for this meeting to unfold at the right time. But before that moment arrives, the universe often begins rearranging your life in surprising ways. If you've noticed sudden shifts in your routine, if new people are entering your life while others seem to be leaving, this could be a major clue about what's coming next. 9. You're not the same person you used to be. Have you ever looked at your life and realized you don't feel like the same person you used to be? As if something inside you has shifted, but you can't quite explain what it is. Maybe you've noticed that things that used to bother you don't seem as important anymore, or that you've stopped holding on to situations that once kept you up at night. Suddenly your desires have changed, your priorities have become clearer, and you feel like you're stepping into a new version of yourself. This happens because before your soulmate appears, you change first. The universe doesn't bring two people together at the wrong time. It waits until you're truly ready to receive this connection. Think of your life as a house. Before welcoming a special guest, you feel the need to clean, organize, and remove any unnecessary clutter. The same thing happens with your energy. Before real love enters your life, you go through an internal transformation. Your heart becomes calmer, your insecurities begin to fade, and you start trusting more in what life has planned for you. And this transformation happens so naturally that most of the time you only notice it when you look back. Suddenly, you realize you no longer seek validation from others. You're comfortable spending time alone without feeling lonely. The things that used to stress you out now seem insignificant. This is one of the clearest signs that your soulmate is near, because it means you're finally ready for this connection. True love doesn't come to fill a void, it comes to overflow. And when you start feeling this shift within yourself, it means your energy is already aligning with the person who is about to enter your life. Now tell me in the comments, do you feel like you're changing? Have you noticed that your perspective on life and love isn't the same as before? I'd love to hear what you've been feeling lately. And when this transformation happens within you, something even more incredible begins to unfold. Your connection with the universe becomes stronger than ever. You start feeling guided, protected, and directed towards something much greater, and that's exactly what we're about to talk about next. 10. A deeper spiritual connection than ever before. When your soulmate is about to enter your life, you start feeling like something greater is guiding your steps. Suddenly, things begin to fall into place in ways that never made sense before. You feel a deeper connection with the universe, as if you're being led in the right direction. This connection shows up in many ways. You might notice that your intuition has become sharper, that you can sense when something is right or wrong without needing much explanation. It feels like you just know when you're on the right path because everything starts flowing more effortlessly. You may also find that your thoughts and emotions seem to align with reality faster than before. You think about something, and shortly after, it happens. You get the feeling that you're in the right place at the right time, and that every situation unfolding in your life has a bigger purpose. Another common shift is feeling a stronger desire to connect with yourself. You might want to spend more time alone, reflecting on life, or start seeking deeper answers about your spiritual journey. You feel the need to understand yourself on a new level and figure out what truly matters to you. On top of that, you may start noticing clearer signs from the universe. Certain words, songs, conversations, or messages seem to appear at just the right moment. Everything around you starts feeling more synchronized, as if it's all being carefully orchestrated for something important to happen. This deeper connection with the universe doesn't mean you'll have all the answers immediately, but it does bring a profound sense of trust. You no longer feel the need to force anything because you can sense that life is unfolding naturally. And the more you trust this flow, the more incredible surprises life brings your way. And it's in this exact state of alignment that your soulmate can finally cross your path. But before we talk about what to do next, it's important to understand how to use this awareness to recognize the signs the universe is sending you and make sure you're truly ready to embrace this connection in the best way possible. Now that you know these 10 signs, you might have realized that the universe is already setting everything in motion for your soulmate to enter your life. But here's the most important part. It's not enough to just recognize the signs. You have to be open to receiving this love. Many people go through these experiences and still doubt them. They think it's just a coincidence, that the timing isn't right, or that they don't deserve real love. But the truth is, the universe doesn't make mistakes. If these signs are showing up for you, it's because something incredible is about to happen. Now I want to hear from you. How many of these signs have you noticed in your life? Have you ever had that feeling that something was about to change? Have you had strange dreams, noticed synchronicities, or met someone who felt strangely familiar? Share your experience in the comments. I read every single one, and I'd love to know your story. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to leave a like. That helps me keep bringing you more content like this. And of course, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications because there's so much more to discover about the universe's signs and the path to finding your true connection. Now, to continue this journey, click on the video on your screen to uncover one more secret you need to know. Don't ignore this sign because the universe might be trying to show you something even bigger. See you there. Until the next video.